All right, we are live and we got another episode for you guys on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. We got a Twitch FIFA streamer, my good friend Longshot. How we doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you, Kabbalah, today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I know you just streamed, so how was the stream, man? And what'd you
Uh,
do?
it was a pretty good quickie today. We only streamed for about 2 hours, but we averaged right around 11 viewers for the day, so that's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
We actually it's funny how today we actually had two viewers that we played against. That one of them was like, "Just played you, GG, nice team, like really friendly and inviting, nice guy." He gave me a follow, and then the
Mm-hmm.
next guy, I was talking about how bad he was and how he played like a rat and he ran down the wing, he sweated it, like he scored 3 tap-ins, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Your ass, I'm glad I beat you." And then at the end, he's like, "LOL, GG, sorry about that, bro. How's your day going so far?" And then that was the guy that we actually opened up those share play packs for. So it was a little
Okay.
bit of like wholesome toxicity, but he actually stuck around and he hung out and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'll let you know when this 92 primer moments pack is done. We'll rip that on stream." I was like, "Hell yeah, dude, let's get it." But yeah, good little stream today. After we get off here the podcast, we're gonna hop back on and we're gonna go nuts again. See if we
Okay.
can get a nice little double stream today.
For sure. Nice. Okay. So I want to give context to the viewers
Sure.
because about our podcast because we actually had a podcast before. So technically, Longshot is a returning guest, but
Sure.
that episode got lost because it didn't catch your audio.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do right now, I'm just gonna check the audio real quick
Yeah,
to make
absolutely.
sure.
Make sure Alvarez is in here because he was the one who mentioned it to me.
Uh, yeah, for sure. Okay, it's good. Everything
Okay,
checks out.
audio's fine. All right,
Audio's good. I hear it.
good.
Yeah.
All
So
right, we're not having that problem today, boys.
we're not having that problem. So it's great. We could just continue on.
Perfect. Right on.
Yeah. So how's the weekend like for you?
Weekend league was tough for me this weekend. We started off really great. We were 10-1 yesterday, ending the stream,
Right.
and today we ended 11-9.
Oh my
The game
gosh.
is so wildly inconsistent. It hurts me, dude. I won one game today's stream. One game. How do I go from 10-1 to 11-9? The
Oh
game's
my
chalk,
goodness.
dude.
Oh my gosh. Like, dude, how do you even deal with that? How do you go through that 10-game skid of just only winning one game?
Lots and lots of distractions in the chat. I had some good friends in the chat. They were putting in good song requests and keeping my mind off of the game. Yeah, I was complaining. If you go back and watch the VOD, I was definitely complaining. But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, that happens. It's FIFA, so the numbers were good. I can't lie. So I mean, there's not really any reason for me to sit there and like bitch about it all the time and say like, "Oh well, I wasn't going to be able to complete all these games and not have a good little stream." You know, energy was high, emotions were good. There's a little bit of passion in the chat, a little bit of passion going on.
Yeah.
So that helps you get through it when you're having a rough day.
Uh-huh. Absolutely, man. Bro, I had like the worst weekend league this FIFA. It was so bad. I don't know, like this weekend league, like people have been telling me they've been doing pretty bad. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is, but
it's got to be across the board, man. Because last night, we played from right around like 9 o'clock p.m. till about 4:30 o'clock in the morning,
mhm.
East Coast time, and gameplay was solid. Like gameplay was great last night,
Yeah.
and players were moving good. They were making smart runs. Everybody had a position and they were playing it well. Like today, I'm tapping L1. I'm moving the left stick to send them on their runs, and Messi is just like, "This is a pretty big stadium we got here." Like just looking around, like, "Wow, this is beautiful." But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just gameplay is so inconsistent, like wildly different. It just depends on what time you're playing, really, and server traffic and all the other stuff that's going on. So,
Mhm.
to kind of put on the tinfoil hat again, right at the start of the stream, a lot of people are actually saying that the servers that they're hosting for FIFA are also the same servers that they were hosting for Battlefield 2042 when it launched. So they were having all this double server traffic with all these new players on Battlefield 2042 potentially clogging, the bandwidth and all the flow coming to the normal FIFA servers. So that's why even now you try to play a game at 2 o'clock in the morning and your players are still delayed and running through the mud.
Mm.
So now that Battlefield has kind of died out already, rest in peace, its poor soul. I'm hoping that game was a flop. I'm hoping that the gameplay gets a little bit better, but I mean, across the board, we can see it happen every year where start of the year, everything's great. Gameplay is fun, fast, inviting. You can attack however you want to. And now you got to break down Diego Simeone every game, and you got to find out how you're going to score 14 goals. So it's tough.
Yeah. Were you playing on the PS4 version or the PS5?
I don't have a PS5 yet. I just
Oh, you
shelled out
don't?
all that
Okay.
money to get the PC. Yeah. So I'm just
Oh,
playing on
okay.
old gen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, because this weekend league I played on the PS5 and it was, I don't know, I just couldn't play on PS5. I was
Sure.
just taking L's and getting mad. You know, it was terrible.
Yeah. When you start getting mad, it's so easy to become tilted, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just the simplest things, a simple X pass 5 feet in front of you and the player just intercepts it immediately. You're just like, you just have this feeling of rage. Like you don't know how to explain it, you know,
Yeah.
to anybody else. I'm screaming at pixels on the screen, but like to the FIFA community, like in our eyes, that's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of tough to deal with it. I can't do it on a regular basis. That's why I got to play other games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Fortunate enough, I was able to get enough wins to get my final swap and get my prime player pick. So, I ended up getting Makalele.
Oh no! What were your choices?
Rio Ferdinand, Makalele, and I forgot my last one.
Oh man, I would have taken Prime Rio.
I know, I was thinking about it, but I already had like Ramos and Varane in the back.
Oh, you rat! You're a rat! Look at you smiling and laughing.
Hala Madrid.
Unbelievable! I can't believe you just said that. I'm leaving the podcast, bro. I'm leaving, bro.
But yeah, that's why I went with Makalele.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Makalele is a good shout. I used his moments last year for a couple of months, and I mean he was solid. Like I think his moments last year, like 40 shooting or something like that. He would score like every other game, bro. Like that card was such a lie.
Yeah.
So, he's a good shout.
Yeah, he's all right. So I tried him out after weekend league a little bit, and I got so tilted after weekend league that I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna put my club in the mud, spend some coins, and just go for the Mbappe SPC.
Sure.
I got like 2 squads left. I got an 88 and an 89. So.
Right, I got you. Ugh.
Yeah.
Does not sound very good.
Yeah, I just like at that point I just didn't care. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna full send for Mbappe and like see if that will help me play better, or, you know. You know what I mean? I'm just like, whatever.
Bro, as FIFA players, we seek validation for spending a ridiculous amount of coins on a player in game, you know, because you play up against people with R9 and they just get every lucky bounce and the ball just stays at their feet like a magnet and they score the cheesiest goals. And it's like, you see that happening with other people and you expect that you're like, well, if I do this Mbappe, I want that to happen for me because it never happens for me.
Yeah.
So that's very frequent as a FIFA player. It comes across everybody eventually, especially for the newer players.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like just after this weekend league, I just had this like psyche, like, bro, oh my gosh, like I suck so much. I need like a meta player. I don't even care. Like I was so degaff, like I don't even care about the players I have. I'm just gonna like send all my players in, spend all my coins, because I'm usually the type to not even spend coins to do like SBCs. And I was like, I was really against the fence of doing Mbappe because he was so expensive, and I didn't want to spend the coins. But
sure thing.
This weekend league just made me do it.
Yeah, I mean, when you reach that stage of you know, when you reach the brink of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results, you have to try something different.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm kind of in the same situation right now. I'm struggling to find my striker, so I'm hoping that we actually just spun the wheel live on stream. If you saw that, we ended up picking up Mid Eto for this week. We're going to use Mid Eto all week.
Okay.
And we're going to test him out. And I think that's one of the more fun things that I've been doing lately is I got like 1 million coins, liquid, 1.2, 1.3 million that I can keep switching around. So usually I'm trying to use that like every single week to put in like 1 or 2 positions. Mm-hmm. And I let the wheel decide who I use for the weekend league. So like
Nice.
this week in league, we got to use Kakaret, and last night he was insane. Best center
Mm-hmm.
mid I've used like in the last 2 months.
Uh-huh.
And today he was just frauding. So I don't know. It changes very consistently with how the players react on the movement, and how their composure is, and their passing, and their pace, and their agility. All these things are contributing factors to how well they're going to play for you in game on a regular basis. But I think spinning the wheel has been the more exciting thing, because I have so many icons in the team. I can kind of just put whoever I want, wherever I want, and I can make it work chemistry wise. So
Mm-hmm.
we've tried out a handful of players that are very surprisingly good. And I think it's been one of the more interesting thing that's keeping me coming back to the game. So I'm happy about that.
Got it. And when did you start implementing the wheel spin?
I started spinning the wheel like maybe 3 weeks ago. I spun the
Okay.
wheel once, and Steven and Johnny were like, "Yo, like that was pretty cool. Like do it again." And then
Uh-huh.
I did it again. Then I did it again. And now I'm doing it once or twice a week, where I'm spinning the wheel to pick a position. So I think that's
Uh-huh.
kind of fun.
Uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. But it's nice for you to have like that amount of coins, and you could just kind of try out players maybe you haven't tried out before and just have
Yeah.
fun with the game.
Sure, yeah, because I mudded myself right around team of the year. I went from right around 4 million coins down to like 1.8 million coins,
Uh-huh.
and then it became terrible because I was buying all these expensive players, and I was using them for a couple games, and I wasn't liking them, and I ended up selling them. I lost a lot of coins. Like right now, Liquid, if we sold everything, we're probably about 1.4, 1.5 mil,
Oh,
and
okay.
and that's it. We went
Mm-hmm.
down 2.5 million coins in the span of a month and a half. And that's a lot of coins to just lose. And I
Uh-huh.
don't spend any money on the game anymore.
Yeah.
So it's tail end of the year. I don't need to put any money into the game right now. Obviously, if we were in better terms with the viewership and the amount of subs and stuff like that we were getting on stream, obviously we could go a little bit crazier with the packs and such, kind of provide more content to the viewers, because that's what brings in the viewership. It's the packs.
Mm-hmm.
You put on your title 50 player packs, our player picks. We're going to open up all these live on stream. Come check it out. You're going to get a lot of people that want to come in there and just see you open packs.
Yeah.
In-game content is a little bit typically less viewership, because the game is so terrible. It's in such a bad state. And I think that it makes more sense for people to enjoy the casino mechanic of the game more than the actual gameplay, because we all know
Yeah,
where that is.
for sure. Yeah. Have you done the 81 player picks today?
They
Did
have
they
81 player
release?
picks today.
Did they?
I don't
Wasn't
know. I haven't
that
checked.
wasn't that a
I haven't
leak?
checked. Is it tomorrow? Because usually
Oh,
they
is it
release the player
tomorrow?
picks on Monday. Usually on
Oh, maybe
Monday.
it's Monday. I thought it was
Mm.
today. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
I got that
released
mixed up.
Awar, Marino, and I think Alvarez as a mini release today.
Oh, okay. And then what else did they release for content? Because I didn't even check.
Moments Socrates and Moments Cole.
Oh, okay. What do you
Yeah.
think of that? What do you think of the
Moments
releases?
Socrates is getting in my club.
Oh, yeah?
Moments Socrates is coming home. I got 90 days to complete that SBC. He's getting in my team.
Oh, okay. For sure.
He is a goat. You have to get that card, bro, at all costs. 6'4". He's like an attacking minded hullet. He's scary on the field, dude. He's so good.
Uh-huh.
You have no idea.
Wow. Damn. That's interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting card. I don't know if I'll be able to do it since I already get crafted Mbappe.
Well, keep in mind, you got 90 days. Okay. You're going to
Okay.
have player picks every couple of
Right.
weeks. You're going to open, marquee matchups, do anything you can to get that. I mean, realistically, within like, if you play the game, if you grind the game in 6 weeks, you'll be able to get that card for free.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, even this last week, we did marquee matchups. We got Ter Stegen, Verratti, Szczesny, Lloris. We're just packing good cards out of marquee matchups. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to pack good cards every time, but I mean, over time, if you just consistently do it every single week and you're getting your rewards from rivals, you're getting your rewards from champs, it's just going to contribute. So it helps out a
Yeah.
lot when you can just keep playing the game. That's one thing I've been lacking on. I can't play the game all the time because of work, but
For sure.
it's been
Yeah.
going better.
Yeah, for sure. But I wonder, like, along the way, if they'll release even a better Moments icon,
Yeah, as you get towards the end of the year, they're going to be like, yeah, check it out. Moments Cruyff, Moments Pele,
Uh-huh.
Moments Stoikov, like all these crazy packs just to get the last bit of your fodder so they can try and make a little bit of money at the end of the year on you, saying, oh, fuck, I don't have any coins. I don't have any players in my club that are tradable. I need to open up packs because everybody's getting team of the seasons and team of the years and
Yeah.
birthdays from these packs. Like I need to, I need to open up so I can keep crafting these 85 times 10s. So
Right.
just
Mm-hmm.
kept going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how's your squad looking right now?
Squad is looking really good right now. So we're actually playing Messi at left mid off chemistry in a 4-5-1 starting formation. In game, he plays Cam in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So right now we've got as our strike force, we've got Mkhitaryan and at mid Eto at striker. We've got mid Cantona at Cam. Oh no, he's not at Cam anymore. I took him out of the squad. Messi's at Cam now. Left center mid is and Kunku, the 88 rated right forward. I have him at right mid, and I have him linking up with now Klaus. Right center mid is a baby Zidane. CDM is Kakaret. Left back is Foot Birthday and Saldi, who is terrible, by the way. Left center back is Prime Vidic. Then we've got Endika, the Future Stars card from, I believe it's Frankfurt.
Mm-hmm.
We have Klaus in there now, the inform, and we also got the red pick too. So I have the red pick in there, and then the goalkeeper is 86 third inform Lafont.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think like right now if there's any positions that I can directly sort out that would solve my issue with the team being kind of poor.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I could really think of would be to just get a better icon center back other than Vidic. But Vidic goes to war for me, man. Vidic will kill anybody on the field that I need him to, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe's, anybody. Neymar's, he'll catch up to anybody. And he's only got 78 pace standard. So it's kind of crazy to think that a card like that's that slow in the center back world is able to catch up so quickly to some of these other players.
Yeah, for sure. But you got yourself a nice team. It's a pretty good team.
Yeah. And right now with everything that's sold, we're right around 350K coins or so, give or take. We still got to play Rivals. God, I hate Rivals. Still got to play Rivals. I'm a 3-season elite mid 1900s player. Like I have to do it because packs and all this other stuff. I hate it. I hate it with burning passion, but I have to. I have to do it, and it pains me that I have to say this, but yes, I will have to play Rivals every single week.
Oh man, sweaty Rivals, man. Once I got to Elite, man, I don't even want to go back, to be honest.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that watch the stream and they're like, "Man, I'm in Div 6. You're so lucky." I'm like, "Do you see the people that I play against? I am not lucky. You can play ping pong ball for 90 minutes and have the time of your life, and I'm playing Diego Simeone every game, 5 at the back, rats.
Yeah.
I don't care."
Yeah.
I don't have a fun time doing that, man. And every once in a while, you get that player in Elite who's quick and they know how to attack and they don't stop attacking you. So I'm hoping that, every once in a while, every couple of weeks or so, I'll find a player like that. And I usually send him a friend request. I'm like, that was a fun, fast football game. Thank you for not playing like a rat. Thank you for having fun. Like that was a close game. Usually when they play like that, it's like 4-5, 5-4. Like it could be either or, it's usually never one team or the other. It's usually a very close match between me and them when they play like that.
Yeah.
But I love playing games like that. It's so uncommon because you have to play so slow this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I like the fast-paced games where there's a lot of goals being scored.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot more fun, a lot more intense.
Yeah, because when you're playing Foot Champions and you're 5-1, 6-1, and you play a guy who scores a header in the 28th minute, and then you spend the next 70 minutes just trying to break him down, and collectively you have 4 shots, that doesn't make me want to play the game anymore.
Yeah, same here. I mean, like the thing about high scoring games too is like you're always on your toes, and you just gotta be on point, and like on defense, you gotta like. You're really trying your best to like not let the opponent score, but they keep scoring, and then you come back, and it comes down to like the last possession,
Sure.
To win the game.
So real quick, you took a little bit of a break a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a specific reason related to that, or was it because you just needed to take a step back, smell the roses a little bit, and come back with a fresh mind?
Yeah. So I think I took the break like right after Team of the Year, and I think it was Future Stars, and I told myself I was gonna take a break right after Team of the Year because man, part of me felt a little burnt out. I was a little burnt out from just streaming and playing FIFA a lot. And another thing too was just life stuff. I had to focus on like work and all that and get like my personal life just sorted out.
Sure.
So I remember I took like a week off just not streaming and playing. And then I got back to it a bit and then I went on vacation. So those are like a couple more days where I didn't play
Sure.
and stream. And it was good, man. It was like I'm glad I did it. Like, because sometimes you just need to take a break from like all this grinding from the grain.
Yeah.
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 So like even now, like this past week, I played so much FIFA because I was just trying to get the swaps done, and it's like one of those things where you just want to get it done, you get it over with, you know.
Yep.
But then like, yeah, so I'll probably take a couple days off from gaming and streaming, but
Okay.
I have a chip on my shoulder, and I was gonna take the weekend league off, but because I performed so poorly, I'm gonna try to get Mbappe before weekend league and try to play weekend league.
Okay, got you.
And then I know we have our pro clubs thing too. Maybe
Yeah.
you could talk about that right now and share with the viewers like what it
Okay,
is you're
great.
trying to do. Yeah.
So right now, we have made a small collective group of streamers and like-minded individuals that are also looking to grow in terms of content, and we are making a streamers pro clubs group. Now, this doesn't necessarily only include pro clubs streamers. This doesn't necessarily include only streamers. It's a way for all of us to grow and connect with each of our own individual communities and grow together. Okay. This is a goal that we're looking at so that way we can push our viewership more and we can keep continuously helping each other out and spreading our community farther and farther out. So right now, this will be our second streamer pro clubs coming up next weekend. Right now, currently our team is Johnny Cheesy. We have Mr. Koballa right there, handsome little Koballa. And then we got me, Longshotcurve on all socials. We got G Wero, which is Alex. He is popping off with viewership. He's a very good streamer, very good, keeping everybody entertained and on their toes all the time. So if you guys are ever interested, go and check him out on Twitch. And then we also have Valhalla or Nothing. And he is a newer streamer, one of my best friends. I've known him since I was about 13 years old. He just recently started hopping into the streaming game and he's looking to grow as well. So we're trying to help push everybody up in a very good forward path. And I think so far it's been very good to know that each one of us can reach out to each other's communities and we all know each other. We all respect each other and we all have that common goal in mind. So with the Streamers Pro Clubs group, we'd like to keep it at this core with us five. However, last weekend it was a little slow. We didn't have Alex right away. He was busy. So we picked up Kane and we picked up Swiss and we picked up a couple of other people. And that was just to fill out the game. So that way everybody was entertained and that we didn't have people that were constantly in the chat asking, oh, can I join? Oh, I'm a sixth striker. Let me play striker, because no viewers want to see that all the time. And no Twitch streamers want to have to deal with, okay, let me add you. Let me send you an invite to the club and do this. Like if you're already on the friends list and you're already here, you're already connected, like you're already there with us, we don't have any problem with it, with inviting people into the Streamer Pro Clubs Day, but we can't just grow with us five. So this is going to be one of our tools and one of our paths that we can use to stretch out even more. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be scouting and looking at other FIFA streamers that are also interested in doing Streamer Pro Clubs days. And we will be also connecting with them and getting them to hop in on the Streamer Pro Clubs days as well. So I've started to make graphics for them. If you go on Longshotcurve Instagram, you can see the first picture that I made. Made sure everybody was looking real snazzy in their pictures. Yeah, it was funny. Three of you guys were in suits, and Johnny Cheesy's wearing he's wearing hiking gear, and I'm in all my paintball gear. Yeah. So I mean, everybody was looking snazzy. I didn't want to put a picture of me looking nice up there yet. I mean, we'll wait. I'm just trying to save it for all the ladies out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Just kidding. I'm a FIFA streamer. I don't get no bitches. Anyways. No, but like we got to make sure that we're stretching out the community and we're reaching out to other people. The more people that we can start getting on this Streamer Pro Clubs wise, the better it's going to look on all of us. And as the core initial group of this, we are the main focus of it, of course. But every now and then we're going to try to include a smaller streamer to help them out as well. You know, everybody like, hey, go check out this guy, go hit him up with a follow. He's streaming the game right now. Everybody go over there, you know, just for a little bit. Make sure that you give a follow to all the other streamers that are streaming right now, because the last time we did, it was very successful. I think collectively we all got 3-4 followers from it. And that was just a 3-hour session. That was pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
Viewership was also really solid as well across the board. I think collectively we had right around like 20-25 concurrent viewers across all platforms. So it's really good.
Yeah, thanks for explaining all that. And
of course.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. It's a great type of thing to do where content creators could just get together and just collab and just have a good time and streaming and playing the game. So when I did it with you guys that first week, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. And I really like pro clubs. Yeah, I really like pro clubs. It's a lot of fun, and for us to just kind of just chat and hang out, it's like it's always a good time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to have, like, FIFA's tough emotionally and physically, right? And when you're playing with it, let's just say you're in the party with your friends, you're trying to explain to them all the BS that's happening around you. And with pro clubs, you're all seeing the same BS together. You're all going through it. So dealing with the pain, it kind of makes it a little bit easier to deal with, because communally, everybody knows exactly what just happened, exactly what you're talking about. So at least you can kind of shithouse and have some fun with it, you know, make a laugh out of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, even for that, you know, Steven's been working on trimming up that video so that way he can release like a 3-part series to our first Pro Clubs Day.
Yeah.
And I mean, probably I don't know if he's going to be able to finish this upcoming week, but I'm hoping that he is, because we're going to get that next recording in next weekend, and it's going to be the same stuff all over again. So
yeah.
That'll be another thing that we can use to kind of grow it as well. Like, you know, the Streamer Pro Clubs days are all going to be uploaded to YouTube as well on Steven's channel. So that'll be really fun to see. I'm excited to see what work he's put into it. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be great. Do you know what his YouTube is? What the name of his YouTube?
I haven't even asked him.
Oh, okay. I was gonna throw a little plug in. I did subscribe to it, but I forgot the name of his YouTube.
Valhalla or Nothing. Valhalla
Probably,
Revenant.
right?
Yeah, one of those two.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope we keep doing it, and like I'm looking forward to the future Pro Club sessions, man.
Oh yeah, right on, man. And then real quick, you know, so like with your channel right now, so you've taken your break, okay? Do you think that within that last month and a half that you have maintained relevancy within the FIFA community?
You know what? Like, the streams have been going good. Like, I think my stats and my viewership have been a little bit better, because I've still been pretty consistent, even though I took a break for like a week. Like, I would still stream like, I don't know, 3-4 times a week.
Okay.
And when I stream for a pretty lengthy amount of time, like more than I probably want to, like a 4 or 5 hour session.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really good. And what I've noticed with streaming is, like, if you do it consistently, like if you're streaming like every day, like maybe 6-7 days a week, like you'll get people coming in, and like your following and your viewership will go up.
Yeah, because I feel the same too. Like I've obviously just been very busy, and we had that issue with the PC going out on me right around like beginning of February-ish, and it sucked because we had all this momentum coming from January right into February. We had 2 insane streams in the beginning of February, right? Great viewership, tons of active chatters. Stream vibes were awesome. Like, it was a great time, right? And all of a sudden I'm dropping frames, and then the PC is not turning on, and then the PC turns on, but then it's not opening the apps that it needs to. And it was a nightmare. So waiting till the next PC to come in, you know, waiting for all this other stuff to fall into place. And then March comes, and all of a sudden I get slammed with work, absolutely slammed with work. And I've probably only had total weekdays off 1 in the entire month of March. Weekends obviously off, Saturdays and Sundays, unless they need me for like a sports league or something.
Yeah.
But it's tough because now I've got the consistency. Okay. I've been streaming since Thursday. I did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now I'm here on Sunday. And we popped on for a 2-hour stream, and we're averaging, 9 to 12 viewers just in a little 2-hour stream. That's really good, So if I can keep pushing that further, I mean, this is a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon we're talking about. So if I can continue on this wavelength, and just consistently stream, I think that these numbers are going to be much more achievable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whenever I pop into your streams, like, it seems like you're doing really well, and you got a lot of people just coming in and tuning into your streams, which is
I like to think so. But I mean, honestly, like it was kind of weird because with January and February coming in, there weren't too many like new chatters. There was a lot of people that I knew that were like, oh, hey, like, are you streaming again? Like, oh, I'll go follow you. And, I was broadcasting it all over my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Snapchat, all my PlayStation friends. And within a month, we were able to get 40 followers from, January till the end of January. Mm-hmm. And that's big. And then in February, we only streamed like 5 times in the month of February, and we got 30 or so followers. So I know it was probably like 20 something. So, I mean, 20 followers and I wasn't even streaming. That's huge, mm-hmm. Like people are obviously coming in to see the content. They want to watch, they want to see what's going on. And now we're starting to grow on Instagram. We're starting to grow on TikTok. And I'm hoping that within the next couple of months, all this hard work is going to come into it, and it's just going to snowball. And next thing you know, we're going to be the next Sidemen,
Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic.
I mean, we're talking about streamer house level stuff right now. So, I mean, if we can, like realistically speaking right now, I think first person to get partner is going to be Wero, because he gets rated all the time by big boys, like 30, 40, 50 people rated. He got rated by Case the other day, and she gave him like fucking 500 viewers. A lot of people. He got rated. He got huge raid. So, I mean, like he's probably going to be the first one to get partner, and he streams like every single week, really late nights. He streams like 9:00 West Coast time until about like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Like I'm getting up and leaving for work at 5 a.m. and this dude's still streaming. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So first person to reach partner will probably be him if he continues to stay consistent. And even Johnny's got great growth right now. Within a month and a half of streaming, he's gotten around 140 followers. So he's doing really well for himself. We're all kind of on this upward trend, and things are looking really great. And I honestly, like, I sit here smiling. I'm like laughing like a little kid. I'm so happy about it. Like, this is something that I've wanted for such a long time, and it's just the beginning. So we have to keep moving for it. We have to keep pushing. Got to keep putting in that hard work for it. Got to keep working together. And I mean, dude, it's so achievable, because they're like, think about it. If you go on Twitch right now, there are no other Twitch streamers that are putting out the same content we're doing right now. Not only with each other, but with our viewers and the content that we're providing through FIFA. Everybody's just hopping on stream, playing games, ending stream, turning the console off. Okay. We're doing crazy player picks. We're doing massive predictions. We're doing all this crazy stuff going on. Like, I'm sitting here with voice changers. I got a soundboard. You got a soundboard. We're doing stuff that people aren't doing in FIFA, and it's pioneering the way to make ourselves appear as unique to the community, because it's been jaded for so long. It's a monotonous community. It's the same thing over and over and over again. If you can't incorporate some unique, fun play styles into the game and how you play the game, then you're not going to grow. And I feel like that evidence has been proven over the last couple of months based on the amount of numbers that we're all collectively pulling in. So
yeah, for sure.
Huge.
Yeah, definitely huge. Besides the pro clubs thing that you created, are there any other things that you're doing that you want to like stand out for yourself, that's unique for you, that maybe someone else would want to come in?
Directly relating to streaming, the content that I'm putting out, or the gameplay?
Yeah, the content you're putting out.
Okay. So for the content that I'm putting out, obviously I'd like to keep FIFA the main focus of this channel, because FIFA collectively is something that my fan base understands. It's soccer. Put the ball in the net. Okay, simple. Okay, Rocket League, even more simpler. Only a maximum of 6 cars on the field. Put the ball in the net, right? Soccer, but with cars, rocket powered cars. Okay. Stuff like that. I'd like to keep it kind of the same. Obviously I like to play Apex. I like to play, Rainbow Six Siege. I like to play, I mean, shit, what else have I been playing? I just got Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to be a great game to play. I just downloaded Fortnite again because they stopped the building, so that's cool. I have GTA 5, don't really play it much, but then even over here on PC, you know, I've got Halo Infinite. I can play Halo Infinite for free, so I can kind of decompress and play that. But as of right now, I don't necessarily have anything elsewhere outside of the realm of FIFA that I'm planning on using for growth. Not yet. I feel like I need to get the viewership up a little bit more for that so I can kind of get a better idea on how to do things. You know, with Apex, there's only a couple things that you can do because it's a battle royale. It's like, oh, you know, I could have my viewers pick a location, like, or I could spin the wheel, and I spin the wheel every game and it tells us where we're going to drop no matter what. Or I spin the wheel again and it tells me which guns I can, which 2 guns I can use, you know? And then I have to play like that in a ranked game. So, realistically speaking, there's not too much that I've thought about elsewhere outside of FIFA. But even with the YouTubers right now, content's kind of dried up, and there's not really a whole lot of other YouTubers that are providing content to us that's amazing besides Danny Aarons, McGell, and probably Raz. So I think those are the only 3 people that are like genuinely putting out good, unique content that people haven't seen in a while or haven't seen before. So it's the high energy, it's the captivating aspects. Like Danny Aarons is out here blowing $1,000 every promo on packs. Viewership is going crazy, and he's definitely making that back each stream, right?
Right.
You got Raz that's doing, you know, the MLG style FIFA videos where it's like, oh my God, I got Mbappe.exe. And he's having these like crazy meme videos about packing Mbappe or using Mbappe on the field. And then you've got McGell, and McGell's building a really solid community. He's quite a character himself, but keep in mind, those are all European based people. You know, they're not US based. So I feel like the market for the US based openings, basically, I'm saying it like it's a job, but the US based openings for the FIFA content creator market. No. I feel like there's just not too many people that are doing it. And there's a couple of bigger streamers that are doing quite well for themselves, but you never see them outside of Twitch. You never see them on Twitter. You never see them on Facebook. You never see them on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anything. They're just on Twitch. They'll stream every couple of days to a couple hundred people, and that's it. They'll do it once or twice a week. That's it. They got other stuff they're worrying about. Okay. I'm not saying that I want this to be my job. I'm not saying that I want to push this further, but obviously, like, we're all doing this with a common goal in mind at the end, and we wouldn't be streaming if we didn't not only enjoy it, but, you know, we've got great people behind it as well. And to be able to say that we have a growing community like this, it's already starting out with just a couple weeks of work. You know, our goals are very achievable by the end of the year. So I'm really hoping that we can just keep pushing and keep growing. And I'm hoping that by the end of the year, things will be looking up for us, and we could potentially discuss getting a streamer house, you know, or maybe getting somewhere close, like, you know, that we can all kind of collectively go into and like game together and make videos and start working together, because growing together like this, it's kind of like think about what Cloaksy and Tim the Tatman and Courage did. They all started doing this together, and now they're all famous in their own respective worlds. They all do this on their own terms. This is something that not any of the other FIFA content creators right now are doing. They're not teaming up like this. They're not attacking it together. So this is the great attack plan that we have to use in order to expand properly. So I'm excited.
Got it. Yeah, that's very exciting. Within FIFA, is there anything like for you that that you're doing, like maybe your kind of niche? Because you mentioned like Danny Aarons, and then there's like other content creators. Like if you go to certain streamers and other content creators, you know you're gonna get like a specific type of like streamer, right? Maybe one specifically focuses on trading, one focuses on content.
Sure.
Or you're just there for entertainment, or you're there for like their skill level. What is something like that's unique about you, and what are you pushing out with your FIFA content?
So I would say it's definitely got to be the entertainment factor of it. Like, obviously I'm good enough to play because I went 10-1 yesterday, but then today, not a very good example. I'm 11-9, ended FUT champions. Okay. I got 1 win out of the last 10 matches. Okay. That's not a good record to get. However, the entertainment factor is there. I've got this beautiful soundboard in front of me. I've got a voice mod. I can change my voice however I want to, when I want to. Did you hear the soundboard when I played the Fuck This Shit I'm Out song?
I don't think I did. Maybe.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, there's plenty of stuff that I'm using for it, you know, and like all the memes that are staying current. I could just continue adding it here to the soundboard. The voice mod's great. I mean, here on this control panel, like I can pretty much do everything that I need to. And I think that in the realm of FIFA content, you know, I have to do more to get the community a little bit more involved because I see people are stingy with my channel points. They don't want to spend them. They don't want to spend them on anything, you know. So like because they see that there's monetized options at the end. There's a mystery box, okay, and a lot of people are seeing that and they're like, oh, I'm saving up for the mystery box. So honestly, I just did 3 predictions today. I might have to raise the price of the mystery box because somebody's going to be able to claim it, you know, in a couple of weeks, and I'm not going to have the money for that. So we need to wait a little bit longer until Twitch payouts and everything like that comes in. But it's the content that we're doing, the collaborations that we're doing. Streamer Pro Clubs is huge.
Yeah.
Obviously we play good music here. We like to hang out, have a good time with everybody. Soundboard, and I want to get kind of like you know how way back and all them do like a Fatal series. We should probably do something similar to that, but with our own rules and our own way to go about it, so that way we can kind of rope in all the other FIFA content creators and all the other streamers that are at our level or around our level, so that way we can all also collectively grow if they're looking to. So as of right now, between that, the wheel, I think the wheel is a great incorporation. I don't have a physical wheel that I can spin behind me. However, I've got a virtual wheel that I can change anytime. It doesn't cost me any money to use, and it keeps things fresh and exciting and new. And I mean, shit, I could have a weekend league challenge where it's like, every game that I play, I have to spin the wheel, and the wheel will decide if I have to discard somebody or if I get to keep somebody. Yeah. So I'll spin the wheel for the team. Okay. 11 players on the team. And then I'll have 4 choices. Yes, yes, and no, no. And I'll spin the wheel. And if it says yes or no, I got to discard that player. And I'll go through every single position until I get down to like the last one. I have to play 11 games, right? Because there's 11 players. But you know, after your 9 games, you spin that wheel for those 11 players. I mean, you could lose every single one of your games. You could discard every single player on your team. Technically, if it happens, you got a 50-50 chance of it, but something like that, something to keep it fresh. So player reviews are good, but I mean, I can't beat Inceptions. I get on YouTube the minute content is released, and this dude already has like a 50-minute review on this player that just came out 5 seconds ago. I don't know how he does it. He's so quick. Like he puts out a good like 15-20 minute video with highlights and clips, and he has everything already organized. It takes him no time at all to do that. So there's no shot that I'm going to be able to beat that. So that's kind of a market that I'm not really touching too much. But I'm open to suggestions if you have anything that you're looking for as well. I feel like that's kind of tapping out. You know what I mean?
For sure. I think one thing I'll mention about you too is that you're very knowledgeable in the game too. Like, you know your content, you know your players. So, like, you know, I feel like you know more than me in terms of FIFA. And you played for much longer than I have. So, one thing I like going in your streams is, like, you explain thoroughly about a specific content or player. And then you might even give some background info or refer back to previous FIFAs. And, like, I really like that. And I know some viewers do like that too. They want like some information. They're asking questions like, oh, like what do you think of this content? What do you think of like me doing this SBC? And then like you're kind of, some streamers are like FIFA advisors, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that is one thing I like about your streams too, and I like getting feedback from you because you really know the game.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like, even for me, like, when I have viewers too, is like, they always ask me stuff. They're like, you know, they would always ask you too, like, what do you think of my team? What can I put in there? And then you just kind of, you're like on stream and you kind of offer a service for them for free. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you don't mind. You're like, of course, like, I want to help you. I want to see what your team's all about.
Sure.
And then, like, for me, like, I'd even ask them, oh, how's your squad looking? Like, send me your team, you know, I'll take a look. And yeah, I just provide that kind of content as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's so like, so with the new viewers specifically on Twitch, okay, a lot of them are intimidated by the streamer, and especially if they come in and hear me say, oh, are you piece of shit? Ah, like freaking out on stream. Like they're
Yeah.
probably not going to want to say, hi, my name is Jeffrey. Nice to meet you. You know,
Yeah.
that's not the icebreaker that they're looking for. So, they'll wait until you tone down a little bit. And right when you're like steaming and you're about to explode, they're just like, hey man, I'm looking for suggestions with my team. Can you help me out? And you're just like mentality changes. And you go to like Mama Bear instantly. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, my poor little Division 8 player. Let me help you out. Let me show you the way, you know. Let me take you to Candy Mountain real quick. Let me show you how I can fix you. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna show you how to play the game, win games, and have fun doing it, whatever, all that stuff. They do that all the time. They're just, and it's so frequently. It's like, dude, okay, how many other streamers today have you asked to check out your team? How many streamers have you said, oh, I got 1.3 million, don't know what to do, or oh, just packed Messi, W or L chat? I don't care. I don't care that you packed Messi. Messi's fodder right now. If you packed Messi back in September, great choice. But however, right now, not really worth it. Cool, you packed a 93 rated card, right? That's huge, right? But I don't know, man. Like we've reached this stage where the new viewers are almost intimidated to just say, hey, what's up? Can I see the rest of your team after you're finished? I don't know. It's such a foreign concept to the newer viewers on this game for some reason.
So for you don't get that often? Do you still get that?
Not very often. No. Because
Really?
I'm not a very calm individual when I'm on stream. Usually it's like we're jamming out to loud music, we're hanging out, or like I'm screaming at somebody on the pitch, or we're all shit housing somebody in the chat. And I mean, I don't know. I don't flame anybody directly. I do it very passively, or I do it very like, you know, there's a scale of 1 to 10. I hit people with like a 2. Okay. In the past, like 5 or 6 days, I think I've gotten like 6 new chatters total, that are like completely new and followed afterwards. But other than that, no, like the last few streams, like we weren't getting any followers whatsoever. We were getting a lot of people that were chatting, but not many people that were wanting to follow and stick around and, you know, hit notifications so that they could watch us next time. So it depends, really. It really depends.
Yeah. I would still get those people. I mean, they just hop on in and they ask a question, and like I would help them out. Like I'll check out their team, and sometimes they'll follow. Sometimes, you know, you might not ever see them again. But
I feel like it's just got to be zen, because I'm such a emotional individual when it comes down to FIFA, because I'm very passionate about the game. I love soccer. I wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't love soccer, because we all hate the game. Let's be honest, we all hate the game, but we love soccer. We do it for the love of football. And I wouldn't be playing it if it weren't for that. I wouldn't be playing it if the community was tighter, you know? So there's all these contributing factors to why we play this game that we can't seem to get enough of, but we despise it in a way. And with the newer viewers, like I genuinely feel on my side, I don't get a lot of newer chatters, because they see that I have the followers. They see that I've already got 10, 11, 12 people in there. And it's like, yeah, I got 5, 6 people actively chatting. But then like little Timmy in the corner is scared to just type 2 letters, HI, you know, and just leave it at that. I mean, I'm a good guy. I can talk to anybody in the world. So I'd like to thank sales as my job for being able to help me get there. But you know, I could talk to anybody from any demographic anywhere. I could talk to people all over the world. It's what I do on a regular basis for my normal job. That's what I do here. Yeah. And I feel like the community just needs to be a little bit more outgoing. I feel like they're very introverted. They just want to turn on background noise and put their headphones on and leave out, you know? Because beforehand, I would mention every single person that was in the stream. I'd be like, how's your day going so far? Oh, like, hey, what are you up to today? And then if they didn't reply, cool. If they did, sweet. Then I got an active chatter. And beforehand, that usually worked quite well. We would tag them in the comments if they weren't responding, say they had to mute for some reason, then we would reach out there. But that's definitely something that I need to work on a little bit more, getting those new viewers and those new active chatters. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'll kind of do that too. You know, I would just like, I like having conversations with people.
Yeah, me too.
So
that's what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Exactly. That's why I love podcasting and
right.
having you on here. But yeah, that's like essentially like what I do on stream is this. I just keep talking, and I just keep talking with my viewers. And I guess what's nice about being a smaller streamer is like you could be a bit more, you know, personable. You know, you could like, you could really like make it a little bit more like relational and have these
Yeah.
guys and like be cool with them, and then they'll keep coming back, and then you
Yep.
just ask like how's life, how's everything going, and
Yep.
then you kind of catch up with them, which is kind of cool,
Yeah, yeah, because that's also really tough to do, because if you don't have the people and the social skills that are needed for this, you won't be able to necessarily build a super genuine connection with that person. And take for example, Buddy Kane, the Kane Sauce. If you ever see him on stream,
Hmm.
great guy, super good friend. He came from Wero stream. He supports me, supports Valhalla, he supports you, he supports Johnny Cheese, he supports everybody. He's a great guy. And he was talking to me in the chat, and he goes, "Yo, like, I had an argument with my mom the other day. Like, things didn't go too well. I'm having a shitty day." And I like paused stream completely, like turned off the music, stopped playing, and I was like, "Dude, listen, like, this is important to me. Like, you ever need to talk, like, I'm here for you. I'm not gonna let stuff like that go." And when I reach the stages of becoming a bigger streamer, that's never going to change, because I would hope that somebody would do the same thing for me,
Yeah.
and I would want that back. I would want people to support me from that point as well. It would be rude for me not to go out of my way to help people, not only for the genuine fact of I love to help people, I love to fix things, I love to communicate, I love to understand, I love to empathize.
Yeah.
I would hope that somebody would be able to do that for me if I was having a terrible day. And I'm
Yeah.
very lucky that I have a close group of friends, and my girlfriend here, love her to death. She's always been here for me. There's a lot of people that have always been there for me. So I like giving that back. And I
Right.
hope that, when we reach those stages of becoming bigger streamers, like that part of me never goes away. And they know that no matter how fierce and how competitive I am in any of the games that I play, it's nothing but love down here. It's nothing but love in my heart. And I want everybody to be successful and do well and drive Lamborghinis and live in a big ass mansion on the beach. I don't care. Like, I want
Hmm.
everybody to be successful like that. But it's
Yeah.
going to take work. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I think that's great, man. I think that's a great mindset to have, and just to have like that kind of heart where you just genuinely care about people and you
Sure.
want people to do well, That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's so many people that are just dry to the feeling of love and empathy. Um, like, you could genuinely just say like, dude, my house caught on fire. And the streamer would be like, "Oh, dude, poggers in the chat," and just keep playing. Like,
Hmm.
ask a genuine question. Like, did your house really catch on fire, dude? Are you okay? Like, what happened? Just
Yeah.
at least pretend that you care a little bit, rather than just saying, be like, "Oh, dude, your house is on fire." L's in the chat. Everybody type L in chat. Everybody type L in chat, guys. It's L. His house is on fire. It's an L. Like, dude, that's not cool, man. His house was on fire. And who knows
Uh-huh.
if he's lying or not? It could have
Yeah.
actually happened. It could have just been for clout. Who knows? But I mean, I guess it changes when you get to a bigger stage, because then you got to worry about people that are genuinely trolling you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, for anybody who's watching this, if you ever see a user by the name of Banana XZZZZ, ban that guy instantly. Any FIFA streamer, ban that guy. He's been banned from my stream. He's been banned from Johnny's stream. He's about to be banned from Wero's stream. He's been banned from Valhalla's stream. This guy needs to go. Anybody with the name Banana, ban them. Don't care.
What happened with this guy? What happened with Mr. Banana?
So Mr. Banana basically is this like 12-year-old kid from Malaysia who thinks it's funny to just do jump scare links. He typed in a Grabify link on Johnny's stream and then spammed his location in the chat and said, "I know where you live. I'm going to hack you." Very malicious behavior. We've reported him. We've banned him from all of our streams. We refuse to open any links now. Now, whoever's in our stream, moderators have to open up, inspect the links, make sure everything's clean now. But yeah, I mean, that's where we're at. Like, this guy he's a menace. He's joining everybody's streams and he's just causing problems nonstop. So he needs to be stopped. It's like he's like the plague. Somebody just needs to get rid of it. It needs to go away for now. We're all vaccinated now, so we need to just hope that it goes away. So he's pretty bad, man. We got to get him out.
For sure, yeah. How do you know he might not just have another username?
He has 5 usernames.
He has 5. They're all
Yep,
bananas.
Yep. He's got 5. So he's got Banana XZZ, Banana XZ last ACC, which stands for account. We got temporary banana. We got temporary banana XZZ. And then there's another one. I think it might. So hold on. I think it might be somebody that's actually like in my chat that just comes in and hangs out. says a lot of questionable things, breaks the rules a little bit every time, and says some extremely very similar stuff compared to what Banana actually says. So if he continues up this trend a little bit more, he's not going to be in the stream anymore either. But yeah, toxic people, man, get him out.
What's with him and bananas, man?
He's 12 and he's from Malaysia. What do you want him to be? Like Mr. Snake, Mr. Dirt House? I don't know. Like,
are you sure he's 12 though? He might be lying, right?
There's no shot this kid's anything else other than 12, bro. If you seen his profile picture, you would be like, yeah, that's a little kid. Because what adult is going to impersonate a little kid from Malaysia? You can hear his voice. He has streams. He has like 3 streams on his main account.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's a little kid. His microphone, it sounds like it's a late 90s webcam with a fan blowing on it at all hours of the day. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, it's bad.
Oh my gosh. How do you deal with these type of people? These toxic people?
Usually, like, I told my mods collectively, I'm like, if you see somebody that you genuinely think is ruining the viewership experience, you have reason to time them out or ban them without me even asking you. Okay.
Yeah.
If there are other mods in the chat and you are not the only mod, if you guys can come to a decision together, like, yo, we need to get rid of this guy. Like, he's causing problems. He's doing this. He's doing that. We've already asked him to stop and he hasn't stopped yet. I don't care. They can ban him. That one toxic user is not going to dictate my mood, my chat, my positivity. They will not be in charge of that. If there's somebody in there that's bending rules and I think it's funny to talk about religion and politics and the vaccines and COVID and all this other stuff in my chat, and the majority of these things are bannable offenses by Twitch if they get reported that you guys are talking about this stuff, I don't want that to happen. So it's pretty tight with my community. We all know what's expected of each other. We all know to act like adults in the comments and respect moderators and the streamers and other fellow streamers that are in the chat as well. So, I mean, I told them, I was like, guys, if you see somebody that's questionable, if you see somebody that's posting links and they're not stopping and they're doing all this weird stuff, ban them. I don't care. Because that one person is just going to bring down the whole mood of the chat. When Alex got raided by like 50, 60 people, Banana was in that group. And that was where he first came from, okay? He's like mitosis. He just keeps splitting off more and more and more Banana, okay? And he says, oh, haha, it's so funny. Here, check out this link. Send the link to Alex, and it's a jump scare, okay? And it was loud. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. I was waking up. I'm sipping my morning coffee. And this dude hits everybody with a jump scare. Loud. Within seconds, 7 to 10 people have left the stream right after he got raided. And I was like, dude, we got to do something about this guy. Alex was like, nah, it's chill. Just no more links, whatever. He's like, oh, check this out. Thomas the Train, 10 hours. What? Why are you sending this stuff, dude? Like, it's not funny. We've asked him to stop 1,000 times. And it's funny because in my streams, in Wero streams, in Johnny's streams, in everybody's streams, I'm a moderator. In Steven's stream, I'm a moderator. In all these other people's streams, I'm moderators, right? Because I'm pretty much active all the time. And I've asked him to stop so many times. And he goes to a new stream and it's like clean slate. I forgot everything that just happened 5 seconds ago. I'm going to post all these funny links where you're going to jump scare people and find out exactly where they live. Like, dude, it's not funny. It's not cool. Like, no. So dealing with people like that, I have zero tolerance for it, dude. If you're going to come in my stream and you're going to act like that, nobody wants you there. Nobody wants to see you there. Nobody wants to interact with you. You're a problem. Okay. And people like that need to understand that is not a good viewership experience. If people in my chat were leaving because of a specific somebody, I would want them to let me know. So I myself or my mods could do something about it. So it's very subjective because each person has their own rules with mods. Like Alex doesn't want us to ban anybody. And I'm like, dude, if there's a problem in here, we need to ban him. And all of the mods on his side, they're all collectively on the same page as well. They're like, dude, if there's somebody in here that's questionable, we need to ban him. We need to get rid of him. And he wants the viewership right now. So that's what he wants. We're going to abide by it because it's his rules, his stream. Okay. Johnny's stream, ban him. Right after we had that last problem where he found his IP address and got his exact location, that's a ban. Okay. Change all your passwords, ban him on every account. Okay. Banana made another account, replied back. He was like, why am I banned? Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Get this guy out of here. He's problematic. Okay. So it's tough to deal with. It's tough for a lot of streamers to deal with because they think that one viewer is contributing and they're commenting and they're active and they're funny. But it's like, if they're causing the actual people who care about your stream to leave, and potential people who are willing to support you in your growth, that's a problem. You need to get rid of them. You need to have a conversation with them directly and tell them, hey, man, I'm not cool with this. Like, you need to either stop or I'm going to have to ban you. Like, no exceptions, from the streamer directly. Because most of the time they don't respect moderators. They don't respect what they have to say. And I've encountered that before. Even like when I was first streaming in like FIFA 18, my buddy Cedric, he's the only person that's listed as a channel admin. Okay, he can make any change on my account that he wants to. All right. There was this kid that joined the chat and was like, "You played like shit. I hope you die." And Cedric was like, "Keyboard warrior to the rescue," starts typing all this heinous stuff back to this kid, right? And the kid was like, "You suck. I don't have to listen to you. You're not my dad." And Cedric's like, "I am your daddy." And they start fighting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Cedric's like, "I'm done, ban this guy." He banned him. 5 seconds later, he comes in on another account. It was like, "I'm back, bitches. You suck ass." Da-da-da-da. Cedric's like, ban. Gets on another account. "You thought you could get rid of me? You suck ass." Ban. Another minute goes by. Okay. It's quiet. Nothing's happening. "You thought I was gone? You suck ass. Go die." Blah, blah, blah. And Cedric was like ripping his hair out. He's like, "What do I do? We just end stream? Like, what do we do, bro?" I'm like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm trying to play FIFA and I'm getting called out by a 12-year-old to go KMS. You know what I mean? Like, what do I do here? Like, how do I stop this? You couldn't stop this guy.
Yeah.
He had so many accounts. And it's like, you do this for fun? You do this to streamers, man? I was like, fuck. I couldn't deal with it, man. I think I legit hopped off like after like 30 minutes. He kept doing it. Like, I don't like the willpower of some people.
Oh,
if you have the time to have 10, 12, 13 different Twitch accounts that you can just switch to over and over and over again and spam hateful, mean comments to somebody, like, dude, you're a different breed. Somebody needs to talk with you. You've got a problem. It's stuff like that I can't deal with. Like, physically, what would I have to do? Change it to subscribers only? I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I could have done at the time, but I wasn't an affiliate back then. In 2018, I wasn't affiliate until like maybe 2 months into me streaming. So, oh man, it's rough. It's rough to think about, but each people will have their own unique ways of dealing with people. And I think for us on Longshotcurve's channel, on Johnny Cheesy's channel, on Valhalla's channel, collectively, that's how we are approaching the issue with viewers like him.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of kids out there with a lot of issues, man. And
it's just, the mommy and daddy give me no attention,
Yeah, I mean, who knows what their context is, like what they're going through and how they develop those issues, because that's all very complex.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate that they have this negative outlet where they go online and have to harass like streamers,
Yeah, and if that's what makes them fun, makes them have fun, then that's up to them. But I mean, it's not for me, so I always make sure that people like that are always getting out.
Man, how often do you come across those type of people?
Very infrequently. Banana was one of them, and this new person. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't know if he's watching this right now.
Okay.
But I'm watching him. I'm paying attention. If he says anything questionable, my mom's they know what to do. They got the hammer ready. So
yeah,
I don't have to worry about it too much. I mean, he said something earlier in the chat today. If he's still here, that was definitely a big no-no already. So
okay.
Other than that, I mean, he's pretty much on his last strike right now. So we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Fortunately enough for me, like I didn't deal with, like right now it's pretty rare. Like I don't have too many people coming in and just harassing me. I had like a couple occasions when I was like running a tournament, like some of these kids were lying about people dying, like friends, relatives dying.
Oh shit.
To like get into a tournament to play
a
game. Yeah, it's like,
oh my god.
It was bad. Yeah.
Wow.
These kids like would go that far to like try to like join a tournament. And then like one of the recent tournaments, I had to confirm with my mod because he knew my mod. So I had to tell him like, dude, did this like really happen? Did someone die? And like, nah, it didn't happen. And I was like, so I already
Wow.
knew, and I had to like, I was like live on stream, so I had to like act like professional, right? Like he would say like his friend died and wanted to join the tournament, so I was like, in my mind, I knew he was lying. I already confirmed it, but I'm like, oh, I made it really brief. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, that's very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to just not like buy into or like play along with them or say anything to him. And like, I ended up letting this kid play anyway because I had a spot, but I let this kid play and I was
Oh
just kind of
man.
like saving face. But then after, I just ended up like banning him, because like I can't tolerate that.
Yeah. That's tough. I haven't had to deal with that yet, and I'm hoping that I never will. But wow, dude, I've never heard of that before in a Twitch stream.
That happened twice, like,
Twice.
and both times I was running a FIFA tournament with my viewers.
Oh man.
It, yeah, dude, I was like, I try to keep a straight face like on stream because they're like talking to me like live, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry,
Yeah. Wow.
But I knew like
Damn.
they're lying, like,
That is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not a very confrontational person. Okay, I don't like doing it. However, if that were to happen in my stream and it were to be proven that that was not real, that did not really happen, I probably would make a fool out of this person. I would make sure that they're understanding that this is not something that you should do. I would do it in a clean manner. I wouldn't be dirty about it, because you never truly know about somebody's situation. They could tell one person another, tell you something else, but it's like maybe it did happen. It's not my place to say who's telling the truth or who's lying. But if that happens more than once and it's circumstances revolving around something that could provide them monetary gain, that's a problem.
yeah,
So I'm not sure exactly how I would handle that, but I would hope that there would be a way that, we would be able to collectively figure out a kind of a group punishment, kind of figure out if that was actually somebody lying to us.
yeah. Because it's
It's
like
just
one of those
wild.
things where like unless you're able to confirm it, you don't know. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. That
you
makes
know
it
what I mean?
hard.
So you don't know how to behave, and like if it is true, like you don't want to like act like an asshole and like,
Yeah. And I mean,
you know what I
I,
mean?
I understand that each people have their own coping mechanisms. So maybe
Yeah.
that person's coping mechanism is watching streamers on Twitch or actually playing FIFA. And it's like, I remember when my dad passed away, I was 12 years old. All
Mm,
I did was play Modern Warfare 2. Like
yeah.
for the next, like right after he passed away, I was in shock and I couldn't focus. I didn't understand anything, what was really happening. So I just started playing Modern Warfare 2 and I played for like 2 weeks straight. I don't remember showering. I barely remember eating, drinking water. I don't remember doing anything really. I don't remember leaving the
Hmm.
house.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom coming into the room saying like, "Hey, it's time to go to Dad's funeral." And I was like, "What?" Like I was unaware.
Mm,
And that happened because there was so much grief and so much sadness and all these other emotional issues that were going on that contributed to the fact of my dad passing away that I couldn't accept that this was real life yet.
right.
And I dealt with it in a very unique way. People deal with loss in their own unique ways. To
Yeah.
me, just from that alone, I would think, hey, that's kind of suspicious that somebody would just hop right into a Twitch stream after their friend died. But it's like I did the same thing after my dad passed away. I had 12 hours of grief, and then it was just video games to distract my mind from it. So, each person, like I said, they have their own way.
Yeah. On those, yeah, first of all, like, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh,
And
it's all good,
yeah,
man. I mean, it happened a long time ago.
yeah.
It happened 12 years ago, a little bit over 12 years ago. And it made me stronger. It made
Yeah,
me know what it takes to be a man. So know what it takes to be a father. I'm not a
for
not a
sure.
father yet,
Yeah.
not a father yet, but
Oh, okay.
we're not ready yet. We're not ready to
Okay.
have a family. We need to wait a little bit longer. We need to get
Hmm.
our bearings straight first.
Yeah.
Once we do that, everything is good. Green lights. We got to get married still. Been together a little bit over 3 years. So
Hmm.
these are some great years of our life so far,
Yeah.
and we want to take it slow, make sure we got everything correct. But I'm gonna be there for my kid just as much as my dad was there for me. I'm gonna try to be there as long as I can for my kid. and providing that longevity to them. I'm not necessarily sad that my dad is gone. It sucks sometimes when I hear people like talking with their dads or arguing with their dads or, doing fun stuff with their dads. Like, it's tough. It's tough
Yeah.
knowing that I don't have that true father in my life
Yeah.
anymore. But
Mm-hmm.
it made me so much stronger. Like, dude, I can deal with anything now. Like, I'm so strong right now. Like, people have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I can put it on my shoulders and say, all right, let's go. Just carry that weight. And probably nothing else in my life will ever be as sad as that. So I'm thankful that that's over and I've dealt with that in a proper way after I became an adult. There were a lot of endless nights where I stayed up thinking about, well, why me? Why did this happen to me? But
Yeah.
we powered through. We've reached a good stage in our life, and I mean, I'm excited for the future. Like, I didn't think that life was going to get better after 18. I really didn't.
Yeah.
And here I am. I'm 24 years old. I'm 6 years older than when I was 18, and I was like, I'm not even going to live past 19 at this point. It's crazy to think that life has just gotten so much better, and it continues to get better every single year. So if anybody in the chat, anybody that's watching this has ever doubted or debated that, it does get better. I promise. Trust me. Take it from somebody who's dealt with it. It does get better. It will always get better. And it's just how you take it. It's what you make of your situation. You can sit there and mope and be sad and never get over it. And that'll be you for the rest of your life. You have to move forward. You have to move on. Because we're only on this earth for so long. Some people, it was like my dad, he was 34 years old when he passed away, dude. That's only 9 years away from the age that I'm currently at right now. That's extremely young for someone to pass away.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that, I'm able to be there way longer than my dad was. That way I can be there for my kid like that. And I don't know. It makes me happy thinking about that. Like, I'm 25, I'm healthy. Everything's good right now. Like, I'm happy. So yeah, it does get better.
Yeah. I'm glad you share that, and I appreciate it.
Sure.
And I'm glad you're in a better place too. It's good. I'm glad, we have this relationship, we have this friendship, and like that you're in a good place, and you're working towards something in the future. So, I hope everything works out, man.
Yeah, you too, Koballa. It's been great having you as a friend, and I've been a subscriber for 6 months now on your channel.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good being around and having you as a friend and as a streamer that I could connect with. You've been on the platform a little bit longer than I have. You have more viewership, more followers, so I can kind of ask you certain questions about that stuff. It's been great to bounce ideas off of you and the other guys in the group, and we just got to keep pushing for it, keep moving forward. So I'm excited.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, and just going back with what you were sharing, I mean, like, life is tough, man. There's like,
oh yeah,
there's so much hardship and adversity, and like, I had my experiences and my moments where like I was so down, and like even to the point where like you don't even know if you want to live anymore,
yeah.
And like I just want to encourage people, if they're listening and when they get to this point of the podcast, it's just like there's a light at the end of the tunnel,
Absolutely.
And like you could go through these things. Like, obviously there's things in life that happen, and you could even look at the world now, and there's so many things going on, like so many tragic things. But I mean, like, you could get through these things. Like, it's so important to just have a community, have friends and family, and be able to love and support one another. That's so crucial to life. And if you don't have that, like, it's even harder to get through the tough times. You know what I mean?
I agree. And I relate to that on a personal level, because when I was 12, I didn't have a lot of friends. I was bullied a lot in school. Didn't have a lot of people that I could trust, a lot of people that I could rely on. I mean, there were maybe like I had 2 or 3 really good friends. And I had one person that I considered to be my brother at the time. And dude, like, after, like, when I came back, it was a hard thing to deal with, because I was out of school for 2 weeks, and the teachers understood. They knew what was going on. My 6th grade math teacher, Mr. Lamb, shout out to Mr. Lamb, by the way, best teacher I ever had. He showed up to my dad's viewing, and he wanted to apologize, and he wanted to sit down with me and talk to me about it. And he explained to me how he could help me and how he was there for me, and he wanted to support me. And there were tons of other staff that showed up as well from the school. Um, it was very tough for me to accept what happened. And after I came back to school, they were like, "Oh, everybody thought that you were lying. Like, oh, we thought we saw your dad outside the house like 5 days ago." And like, because I lived really close to the school, so they were able to just like drive by the house and see, and people on a daily basis, they were dropping off flowers and, I'm so sorry for your losses, and chocolates and food and donuts and everything that they could to help support us. Families in the neighborhood were bringing us home cooked meals. It was a very tight time to be alive. And I mean, just the amount of ridiculement that I got from it in public school was so harsh. I got bullied so much before that, so much during, so much afterwards. And then when I got to high school, people realized, they're like, "Oh shit, like he wasn't lying, like he was real, like his dad actually passed away, like he doesn't have a dad anymore." Like when they would come over to the house and they would only see one car, and they'd see just me, my mom, and my sister. It was tough for them to accept that. And I feel like I wasn't accepted for a very long time, up until I realized, like, hey, it's high school. I'm not going to see 95% of these people anymore. And especially now that I moved away from California, I don't see any of those people anymore. So,
Yeah.
I mean, some of the people that bullied me, they're working at Einstein Bros, they're working at 7-Eleven, and it's like, dude, you went wrong in your life. There's all these things that led up to you making these ultimate decisions in your life. And I know somebody has to work the gas station, somebody has to drive your pizza to you, but it's kind of shocking. Like, these people they're not doing anything with their lives. And it just goes to show you, like, what you put out is what you get back.
Mm-hmm.
And they got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to be desired from pushing forward emotionally, and having the strength to persevere and keep moving forward. So, yeah. I mean, loss is tough, man. But I mean, right now I'm in such a strong emotional position that, like I said, I can pretty much deal with anything that's being thrown at me. So we're very lucky to be in this position, and it's taken a lot to get here, but proud of it, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mr. Lamb, you said he was your
Mr.
teacher?
Lamb, Lamb. He was my 6th grade math teacher. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you still have a relationship with him?
Funny enough, man, I haven't talked to him since I was 12, 13 years old. I think I dropped by one day to see him when I was like 13.
Okay.
But I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know how he's doing right now. I should probably reach out to him on Facebook if he's still around.
Oh, wow. But
Yeah,
it's
I probably
so
should.
interesting that at that point in life, he was there for you.
Yeah,
And he consoled you at that time. And that was something that you needed to help you get through that grieving process.
oh yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's
It was not easy.
yeah, it's just like so interesting how life works like that, you know. I
Sure,
mean, you haven't like kept in touch with them, but he was such a crucial part in your life and helping you get through that, that tough experience, that
yeah,
hardship.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just fascinating. Like, even when I look back in my life, there's people in my life that I've lost contact with, but
hmm,
I look back and I'm like, oh, this person like did so much for me at this period, at this point in my life.
sure,
And like all I could do is just kind of look back and just be appreciative and just be
hmm,
grateful for
yeah,
that person and what he did for me at that time. And then in a more holistic sense, it's just like, man, it makes me more grateful for life,
a hundred
you know?
percent.
Yeah. So it's just like, I think that's just so important to have, just to have this level of appreciation and gratitude to have in your life, because it
Sure,
brings a greater sense of joy and purpose.
sure.
So like, man, I just encourage people, man, if you're down in the dumps and you're going through hard times, like, bro, like, I mean, you're not alone, first off, and
Hmm,
there's definitely people out there that care about you, that are willing to help you out. So, you on your part, on your own individual part, like, you need to go out there if you need that help. you
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
hide yourself in a cave, because like that won't do you any good, you know. And I've been there, man. I've been there where like I was really struggling, I was really depressed, and I had my moments where I didn't want to reach out, but like
Hmm.
I had people around me that really cared about me and
Yeah.
still looked after me. And you know, through time, like I was able to get out of those really rough periods.
I think that there's so much societal pressure on us as males to be the rock, be the straightforward person, handle everything, like literally everything,
Yeah.
and be this upstanding figure. And when we display signs of weakness, we are not fit, to be who we are. And I feel like as a male right now in this current generation, I feel like that leaves us to be a little bit vulnerable, and we feel weak, we feel powerless, we feel like we can't control things around us, we feel like we can't reach the outcomes that we're looking for at that moment in time. And having that support team, like you said, is so crucial, that it can make a strong man turn, from weak to even stronger than he was before.
Mm-hmm.
So when you finally reach that stage where you feel like you're at rock bottom, never be afraid to go out and ask for help. And depression is not something that is uncommon. Everybody reaches a point where they experience some form of depression. They
Mm-hmm.
reach some stage where they've hit rock bottom and they feel like nothing is going their way and nothing is working out. And no matter what they do, it always seems to go this way. And that's normal. That's a
Yeah.
normal feeling that we as humans have. And I feel like there's so much negative connotation around what the word depression means and what it stands for. Um, Perfectly happy people that you see on a normal basis, the same person that you've been seeing smiling and laughing and having a great time, they could be the most depressed person on the planet. Nobody has any idea. A lot of humans are very good about hiding it. That's the thing
Yeah.
that scares a lot of people. Depression is something that the signs may not ever really show. And for people who've experienced, loss of family members that have experienced true depression, they'll tell you every time they were the happiest person. They were the light of the room. Everybody always paid attention to them. They were great. They worked out. They had a healthy life. They had a great job. They loved what they did. They loved their family. But you never know what somebody's really going through. You never know what demons they're going through and how they're going about their situation. And it doesn't make it any easier. So I feel like when we as humans become to reach the stage where we accept it, I think that there will be a lot less of a negative feeling towards what that word means in our current society and generation.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gen Z, they're just like, oh, I'm depressed. It's like, are you though? You're saying that because why? I wouldn't say it's trendy, but I feel like it's getting to that point where now people are kind of glorifying it in a way. And it's nothing to glorify. It's nothing to be proud about, but you have to accept it. You have to know that it exists.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when it hits you, it's going to hit you hard, and you're not going
Mm-hmm.
to know what to do. So I feel like that's kind of where we're at in our current generation, and with what's going on with emotional standards. So it's just very tough to work around, and each person has their own definition of what it means to them and the people around them. So I don't know. I mean, guys, if you're listening right now and you need help, go get help. Ask your friends, ask your family, ask someone you trust, ask any of us. We're all here for you. So we don't want that to go alone. We've had people in our lives that support us and want to be there for us as well. So we would hope that we can be that same person to you. Um, so yeah, I mean, on that note, where do you stand?
Oh, I 100% agree with you. And I think to add on to that, like what's good is that mental health is being talked about more. And you
Yes, that's a
do,
great thing.
yeah, and then it's people are becoming more educated about it and finding practical ways to deal with
Sure.
some mental issues, or some like dealing with depression and all that.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. And what helps too is like people just sharing their experiences. Like we listen to, or at least I listen to, like a lot of podcasts of like athletes I really like, or
Sure.
you know, just like a lot of famous people,
Okay.
and they'll they'll share their stories and what they went through, and like when you hear their stories, it's like, oh, I can relate to that. I resonate with that. And they share how they get through it, and that could be something that you could do as well to help you get better.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's like, as males, like, we want to be tough and we don't really want to
Here,
share
you
our
can
feelings.
keep talking. I'm just gonna go grab some more water. I'm thirsty. I
Okay.
polished this thing off pretty quickly. Yeah, keep
Okay.
talking. You're good.
For sure. But yeah, it's kind of weird talking to no one on screen. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just males are just we're kind of ingrained to just not want to share our feelings and just bottle it up and to look at it as a sign of weakness. But I actually come to realize that it takes more courage to be more vulnerable and to share what you're going through. And at the end of the day, if you bring all those things to light, it makes a world of a difference. And you just learn from you just learn from your experience. You learn your own perspective, and you just grow from it, when you do that.
Yeah, I feel the same, and I think that's a great thing to do because right now, like you said, people they're scared to talk about this stuff, and I don't think that for the people that might be going through that right now that are listening, it is important. It is important to share these things with people that you care about because they're not your friends just because of one reason. They're friends because they care about you. They want you to do well. They want you to be healthy. They want you to succeed. However, your friends support you. I guarantee you, if you genuinely had a sit-down conversation with one of your friends and you told them exactly how you were feeling, they would understand. And if you told them, I need advice or I just want someone to listen to me, they would be there for you. And I would hope that you all have someone like that would be a part of your life, reaching that stage of mental health and mental awareness and stability is such an important part because when you do, you feel like you can conquer anything. You feel like you're Superman. Nothing's going to stop you. And it's such a liberating feeling to get to. When you just reach this stage of your life where it's grind time and I'm pushing and I'm getting this and I'm getting that. And I want to get this and I'm almost there. It is such a freedom filled enjoyment of ecstasy overload. I can't word it any other way. It's just overwhelming, over the top emotions that really scream out to you like, now you feel alive, whether that be with materialistic needs or whether that be with emotional needs. Like you finally meet a partner that supports you and wants to help you and wants to be there for you. Or you end up meeting this really good group of friends that are a part of your club at your local high school or your college. And they're all like-minded individuals as well. Once you find that niche, once you find that core group of people that you're ready to tell yourself that you want these people to be a part of your life forever, that's priceless. You can't put a price on that. And
yeah.
When you reach that stage, you start glowing. Your movement's different. Your character is different. The way you carry yourself is different. People can see it, man. When you start doing better in your own professional life, when you get on the stream and you're having a good time, people can tell. People know that you're having a good time. They know that you're vibing out. They know that you're enjoying it. They know that you want to interact with the community. And it's so easy to tell. You hop on other FIFA streamers and they're sitting there like this, nose in the monitor, just dead, bro, like zombies. And it's like, are you even alive right now? Are you okay? And that's one thing that I love telling people. It's like, hey, bro, like pick your head up, take a deep breath, open your eyes a little bit, have some coffee, wake up a little bit, man. Come on. What's going on here? And I can tell. I know when I'm feeling a little bit down or when I'm not in the best of moods or when I had a 14-hour work day and I'm still coming home to put on a 3-4 hour stream. It's like, man, I'm tired. I'm beat up. It's like, how much longer can I keep doing this? And Friday, for example, too, I was tired, man. I had a 14-hour work day. I was getting beat up by all these little kids at work. It's tough, man. And I get home and I was like, you know what? Let's do something different. 30 bits for a drink, 1 sub for a moonshine cherry. I was hammered in an hour. Okay. In an hour, we got 4 subs and we had like 700 bits. I was trashed within an hour. I couldn't even, dude. It took 30 minutes for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna stand up and go get another drink. Whoa, hey, wait a minute. I'm not good right now. If I had to get behind the wheel, I could not drive right now. I'd be calling an Uber right now. It was ridiculous, but I was having fun. I was not having a fun time until I reached that stage. Don't ever, for the people watching, do not ever use alcohol as a coping mechanism. I promise you, it is a terrible idea. Okay. I didn't use it as a coping mechanism because there were no problems that existed past my current day beyond that point. When I got home, it was my time. I was doing my own thing. We were great. But I mean, I even struggled with alcoholism for a while. When I was around 21, I was polishing like a bottle of alcohol like every other day. And I just woke up one day, looked at myself in the mirror. I looked like shit. I felt like shit, and I smelled like shit. And I was like, did I poo-poo on myself? Did I do something? But no, bro, I had to have a real conversation with myself in the mirror. I was like, this is not you. This is not what you need to be doing. You need to grow up. You need to be a man. You need this, do that. And I went like 6 months without drinking any alcohol. And the first 2 weeks were rough, man. I was mean. Like my body wasn't receiving what it was getting from the alcohol. And I was pushing that off on other people. And that was terrible. And after I reached that like 2-3 month period where no alcohol and I started returning back to normal, people recognized and they knew what was going on. So don't ever use alcohol as a coping mechanism, man. No matter what's going on in your life, it's a bad recipe. So there's so many things that you can use to be like healthy coping mechanisms. Like for me, it's streaming. Streaming is a good coping mechanism because I get to vibe out, get to play my games, get to talk with my friends, people I care about. Driving my car. You guys have a fun car to drive? You know, if you got like a nice Mustang or like I've got a Focus ST hatchback. I love driving that car. I drive it every day for work. I love taking it on mountain cruises. I love ripping down, calm country roads. So if you have something that takes just a little bit of the edge off, that's safe, use it every day to your advantage. So that's one thing that I have to say about that.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. You have those. You have good outlets.
And I got 2 cats that are assholes too, so that helps.
Yeah. One thing I would like to add too is just like, if you're helping someone that's going through a problem, sometimes, especially if you're younger too, you might not have the right things to say, or you don't even know what to say. But you just being there for them and you just hearing them out, like, that's huge. That's huge in helping someone get through like a tough experience, and they'll notice that and they'll feel the love. And it's okay if you probably make some mistakes saying things like you just don't know, right? You just don't know how to comfort someone, or you don't know the right words to say to someone who's going through a tough time. But the fact that you're there and you're listening to them and you're just spending time with them, like, they'll notice that. And
no doubt.
They'll appreciate the fact that you're there for them.
It's very important to have that. I mean, we've all done it. We were all having a unique conversation with somebody, and we say something, and right afterwards we're like, damn it, I should not have said that. Like, I really messed up, and I hope that they don't go out. It's like, hey man, I've been really down in the dumps, and in your head, like there's something that ticks. You're just like, rob a bank, and you're like, what? And it's like, yeah, dude, Wells Fargo's right down the street, rob a bank. And then you're like, that wasn't what I meant to say. I meant to say, like, love yourself or something. Why did I say go rob a bank? Like, that's 2 different things, That's just for context. Do not rob a bank. That's for context, okay? Somebody in the chat's like, nearest Wells Fargo, closest to me.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we're talking about this. This is great. Like, this is like life stuff. This is like, things that are very important. And, for our viewers that are watching this or will watch this, it's just take what we say and, take it into consideration and, like, apply it to your own livelihood and to your relationships,
I feel like that's a very good way to put it. Take everything what we say with a grain of salt, because each person is going to live in their own unique situations and circumstances. If you need advice, ask for it. If you need help, ask for it. If you have a question, ask for it. You won't ever find out the answers, the results, the correct need of anything if you don't ask questions or if you don't comment on what you need. You'd be very surprised to see how far asking questions and asking for advice can get you. You know, every chance I get to talk with somebody who's in a better spot than me in life, whether that be financially or, you know, emotionally or physically, I ask questions. I love to ask questions. And I think that's a growth mindset that's very important in today's world, where in some areas having a degree might not necessarily dictate it if you get a good paying job or not. I think that it's very important to continue asking questions to people that are more successful than you and ask for help and ask for suggestions on how you should take things. So yeah, if anybody is even doubting, you know, if you live in an area where there's, you know, decent enough income areas and you work somewhere and you end up meeting one, you know, ask, dude, they're more than happy to help you. They love helping people too. They're in the same situation. So if you guys have any questions, never feel afraid to ask them. Don't just be weird about it. Don't be like, how much money do you make a year? You know, like that's pushing it, you know, be like, what do you do for work? You know? And then they say, oh, I'm a senior financial advisor for XYZ bank. It's like, how long did it take you to get to that position? And then you start getting into it. So I think that's something very crucial to ask in today's world, because I don't know, there's so much going on. I feel like this generation has kind of just ran to the internet for advice. And don't get me wrong, the internet's the biggest encyclopedia of information ever to exist in our world. And I think that that's so important to be able to go to somebody who's in a better spot than you and be able to ask them, and don't feel guilty. Don't feel bashful about it, because they were in your position 40, 50, 60 years ago. They were doing the same thing you were doing. So growth takes time. Being bigger takes time. Nobody just wakes up overnight and is famous like that. It takes time. It takes work, hard work. So yeah, I'm fucking ready. Now I'm hyping myself up. I'm like motivational speaker over here. I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, right.
God, what's wrong with me?
No, that's great. That's amazing. Sure. But yeah, I think I'll also say this, like, ever since I started streaming, like during the pandemic, like this is June of 2020, when I started from scratch, 0 followers, didn't know anybody in the FIFA community. And now I'm at this point where, you know, I have more followers, you know, I'm still creating content. I get to meet amazing people like yourself, Sterling, and Thank you. Yeah, it's like, it's been great. Like, I'm so appreciative of doing all this and to have our 55th episode so far after doing it for about a year. Like, I've got a chance to meet a lot of cool people.
Sure.
And, you know, along the way too, like I developed like a lot of good relationships, and, you know, we even had those talks where we shared what's going on in our personal lives, and like, I'm just, honestly, that's why I keep doing it. Like, this is like a huge reason why I'm still streaming and I'm doing the podcast, because it's just like, I realize like how big it is, like, for me in my life. And like, it's like, it helps. There's this community that we have here where we could build relationships. You know, you could also network. And also, like, you know, I've like developed the skill in like conversing with people, you know, especially with the podcast and streaming where you're always just talking a lot.
Sure.
So there's that aspect too. And, you know, it's just like, I'm just grateful. Really, I'm just grateful for doing all this, and I want to keep doing it. And hopefully, you know, it could be a lucrative thing, a lucrative hobby where we can make a little bit more money.
Yeah, I mean, well, honestly, we're in the realm of FIFA, so we fucked up right there. We're in a really bad spot. Okay, we need help. We need investors. Yeah, but no, but realistically speaking, I mean, if we reach the stage of our streaming careers and our content careers that we're looking for towards the end of the year, I mean, realistically speaking, this down the line could be something that we push a little bit further. Like, you know, who knows, maybe in a couple months, couple years, we end up getting Castro or Run the Foot Market or Danny Aaron's on a podcast with us. It's like, Danny Aaron's is already on with the Sidemen. So it's like, if we're able to push correctly in the right directions, it's all achievable. And I think that just a little bit longer of hard work, okay, and more outreach and more community development and more content, we'll get there. And I think that this could be something that we could have all of us. We could have the whole crew, me, you, Johnny, Alex, and Steven. We could all be sitting in a boardroom and just be interrogating somebody for an hour, just shithousing for as long as we want, It could be like that. We don't know. We don't know. And I see you smiling right there. You're getting excited just thinking about it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. And anybody who's been here from the start, we really appreciate all of your kind words, your motivating comments in the chat. We really appreciate all the help that we've gotten along the way. And I know that this is my technically second month coming back after streaming in 2018. We've had a great season so far, and we're going to keep going. We're not stopping here. We're not just calling it quits. Steven's not calling it quits. Koballa's not calling it quits. Wero's not calling it quits. Neither is Johnny Cheesy. None of us are calling it quits. We're all looking to grow, and we're so close we could feel it. It's almost physical at this point. So we're about to break through that wall. And when we do, I just wanted to right now say an extended thank you to literally everyone who has supported us on this journey. You guys are the world to us. You guys are the reason that we do this. It means more to us than anything you would ever know. Nobody ever becomes popular from just one person. It takes a community. It takes enough people to build it up. And just seriously, thank you all so much for all the hours that you've put in watching us rage at this terrible game that we play. All the hours, minutes spent typing and commenting and in Discord calls and in Zoom calls and interacting with other members of the community. Thank you all so much. It means a lot to us.
Oh man, you couldn't have said that any better. Yeah, seriously, thank you. Thank you everybody. To Sterling's fans, to my fans and my mods, my VIPs, everybody, my subs. Thank you so much, man. You guys are the reasons why I keep doing this. So just thank you. And I think that's a great way to end the podcast.
And outro clips.
Yeah, so before we end it, where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitch at Longshotcurve. It's also my little tiny username you probably see there on the bottom left corner of the Zoom call. Longshotcurve. No caps, you can do no caps, no spaces, nothing. It'll show up anyways. Instagram, Longshotcurve. TikTok, Longshotcurve. We're getting ready to start a Facebook group for Longshotcurve as well. If you guys want to get in the Discord, go ahead and head over to Longshotcurve stream, and you will see the Discord invite there. So I hope to see you guys there. And on that note, I'd just like to say thank you, everybody. Thank you, Koballa, for getting me on the podcast for number 55. Hopefully we don't have any audio issues this time around. I was very excited to get back on a podcast with you. This is number 2. First podcast was a little bit of tinfoil hat methods about FIFA and coin selling and all this other stuff that was going on. So it's been some time, but I'm glad that we had a very meaningful conversation today about the topics we discussed. And for all the people that watched today, I'd like to say thank you again. And I'm sure that Koballa appreciates you all very well. So on that note, that's going to be it for me.
Awesome. And we'll drop the links in the description below so you guys could check them out. And Sterling, if you could stay a little bit before we end the live stream or after the live stream, that'd be great. And for everybody else, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.